Alright guys, so in this video I want to talk about commenting and also give you some helpful shortcuts to use while you're coding. Now, as far as the code here, it's the same exact stuff that we did in the last video. We're not actually going to write any code in this video aside from comments, but I am going to show you how to kind of navigate around and use some keyboard shortcuts. Now, comments are used for documenting your code and explaining things in a more human readable way. Oftentimes, multiple developers work on the same code base, and comments are used to explain what a certain piece of code does. It's especially important when you're working on a project with a team of developers. And comments are also used to disable code, so if you have code that you don't want to delete, but you also don't want to run, then you would comment that block of code out. You can even use commenting as like a to-do list for yourself or for other developers. So very helpful. And commenting in JavaScript is very simple. So I'm just going to go up to the top here, and we can just add double forward slashes, and this is a single line of code. So we'll say this is a single line of code. If I go on to the next line and start typing, you'll see it's not commented. All right, now in VS Code and in most text editors, if you just hit Command or Control and then forward slash, it'll put the double forward slash for you. You can toggle it. All right, also if you want to comment out a line of code that's already there, like let's say this one, you can go anywhere on the line and just hit Command or Control forward slash, and you can toggle it. Put it into a comment and toggle it. So if you want to toggle multiple lines of code, there's a few ways you can do it. What I usually do is go to either the beginning or the end, hold shift and hit up or down, depending on which code I want to highlight, and then I'll go ahead and do Command or Control forward slash, and it will comment all those lines out. But when you do that, every line has a comment on it. There's another way to add multi-line comments, and that's with the forward slash and asterisk, and then you want to go to wherever you want the comment to end and put an asterisk forward slash. So now you can see everything that's in between that is commented out. In fact, I'm just going to put right here, we'll say multi-line comment. Okay, so those are the two ways of commenting in JavaScript. Now, as far as keyboard shortcuts, I already showed you that if you hold shift, you can go up or down and you can highlight code. You can also hold shift and go right or left and highlight as well. If you want to navigate a line of code, I'm just going to go to this one. Actually, let's go to this table right here. So if we go to this table and I hold down Command or Control and I hit right, the right arrow, it's going to go all the way over to the end of the line. If I hit left, it'll go to the beginning of the line. Okay, now if you want to go in between and you don't want to navigate every single character, you just hold Option or Alt on Windows. And you can see it'll go from this console to the end, the beginning of console to the end. If I hit right again, it goes to the end of table. Hit right again, it goes to the beginning of the object, and so on. Okay, so it's just a faster way to navigate across. Now you can also hold down Shift, and if you do Option or Alt, right or left, it'll just highlight, it'll go across faster, and you can highlight while you're doing that. And you can also hold shift and hold down Command or Control, and you can highlight from where you are over, either right or left. Okay, now if you want to move a line of code up or down, you can hold Alt on Windows or Option on a Mac, and you'll see this console.table. I'm just moving it up and down the file. Okay, that's holding Option or Alt. If you want to duplicate it, then you could hold Shift Option or Shift Alt and hit the down arrow, and you'll see I'm just copying the line of code down. And of course, undo is Command or Control Z. All right, now let's see. If you want to, let's say I want every instance of this log right here. So I'm going to hold Shift and just highlight it, and then in VS Code it'll automatically highlight each one. Now if you want to, well, it's not actually highlighting it like with your cursor, it's just visually. If you want to actually highlight with your cursor, I can hit Command or Control D, and you'll see it selects the next .log. If I hit Command or Control D again, it selects the next one, and I can edit those. I'm editing, all of the logs. Okay. Now, if you want to select all of them instead of going one by one with Command or Control D, you can do Command Shift L will highlight them all, and you'll see now I got all of the .logs and I can edit them. All right, you can also place your cursor. So if I want to put my cursor at the beginning of the log here, I can hold either Alt on Windows or Option on a Mac, and I can just click there, click here, and click here. And then I can type in where all the cursors are. Okay, so you're not going to remember these right now. So don't worry, you know, when you move to the next video and you forget all of these, don't worry about it. Use one or two, you know, while you're coding. Even in this course, use one or two and learn them so that it kind of becomes second nature. And then choose another one or two and start to use that, you know. And before you know it, you'll just do it without even thinking. All right, and then a couple others I wanted to show you. If you do Command-Shift-O, you can search for a file. So if we do like index, you'll see that both of our index HTMLs. If I do script, you can see our script JS's, and you can switch to those as well. All right, if you want to search, you can do, let's see, you can do Command-Option-F. And if I want to look for, you know, console, it'll show me all those. You can also do Command-Shift-F, and you can search over here for, we'll say console, and it will show us all where console is in every file, not just the file that we're in. All right, and you can also just click on search here as well. And if in VS Code, if you want to toggle the sidebar, you can do Command B, or Control B. That'll just toggle the sidebar. What else? If you want to toggle the terminal, you can do Command, or actually it's Control tilde. So I can toggle the terminal down here, which we're not going to get into. Maybe we will later on in the course. But yeah, so those are kind of the most common shortcuts that at least that I use. So hopefully that helps. And in the next video, we're going to start to look more at variables.